tell y'all something about Katt Williams.
What's good, people? You don't know, it's your boy Zilla the G, aka Big Savio. So the first bringing another edition, bringing you a quick edition of Zilla the G TV, live and direct, real quick. So what we're talking about now, look, I just woke up early morning, man, just woke up fresh out of my bed and them thing there, seeing bare headlines, but the headlines not even a new headline, so this has been going around for the last 2-3 days and them thing, they're like the big topics, big talking topic right now, internet mashup and all of that. So I'm saying, obviously, I'm gonna have to make a quick video on this for the simple fact that Katt Williams is my #1 comedian from a long time, not just now, from time. It's always been Katt Williams and these other men that I'm going to talk about in here today, Eddie Griffin, Mike Epps, you know, like that. So this is why I made this video on that, so because obviously to, like, you know, see what other people are saying about the situation and put my 2 pence worth into the situation. You don't know, Zilla the G TV, as I was saying, what's going on. We have to you know, talk about the things and like put our point across and like, you feel me? Yeah, so without further ado, we ain't gonna be on nothing long on that. So right now, what we're gonna do right now, gonna get right into this video here, then boom, and see what's going on. So basically, this is some responses to all the people them. So anyway, let's get into it.
What?
Let's get into it right here, yeah dig.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Nashville, and welcome to Current TV. Now, Katt Williams and Shannon Sharp got the internet in a frenzy right now, y'all. So they got over 10 million views on that Shannon Sharp and Katt Williams interview in the past 2 days, all right? It just released 2 days ago. It already hit 10 million views. So Katt Williams had a lot to say on the interview, man. He mentioned so many people, a lot of comedians, you know, just straight up cut the rope with everybody, all right? He's spilling the beans on everything. So he was just going crazy on everybody. And there was a list of celebrities that he mentioned, and they actually responded. So in this video, y'all, we're gonna go through that list of celebrities that responded to Katt Williams on that crazy ass interview, man. I loved it, man. Shout out to Katt Williams, bro. All right, and a lot of people saying he telling the truth.
Yeah, just gotta say, man, shout out to Katt Williams, man. As I says, man, it's always been my favorite comedian. Katt's too real, it's too funny out here, and the fact that he does like he pays for all of his own shows, like he's not funded, like he doesn't have no support, he does his own thing. You have to rate that, man. You have to big up Katt. That's what I've always rated Katt anyway. No long thing.
About everything, people starting to believe Katt Williams just based off a lot of people's responses. So we gonna go through these, man. We're gonna start with Kevin Hart. So I'm gonna play a little clip of what Katt Williams said about each individual on this list, and then we gonna go to their response. So starting with Kevin Hart, this is what Katt Williams said.
In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to LA and in his first year in LA he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words.
Makes sense to me.
He just did his documentary with Chris Rock where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was.
So how simultaneously was he here in Los Angeles doing the same thing? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I hate to seem like a petty individual for picking apart lies, but Jussie Smollett gonna keep lying until you say we don't believe you.
Oh man, y'all. So Katt Williams unboxing everything in this interview. So he said Kevin Hart already had his deals in play and he is a plant. He came all the way from the East Coast directly to LA, and in his first year in LA, he got a sitcom, he got a full movie that he's starring in. Yo, I never noticed this, dog. Is this facts? All right, somebody in the comment section gotta let me know, man. Is this really facts, man? Y'all think Kevin Hart is a plant? let me know in the comment box, all right? So Kevin Hart went to Twitter to respond, and this is his response. He said, gotta get that anger out your champ. It's honestly sad. In the meantime, please enjoy my movie trailer to my next film, Live, which will be dropping on Netflix in 8 days. There's a moment in the trailer where somebody says they really love you. I now know she's talking about Katt. Mark your calendars, world. This one is special. So he responded to Katt, but he promoted his movie on Netflix at the same time. He just telling Katt to get that anger out of him. Now, Kevin Hart didn't deny nothing. He didn't say anything was true. He just straight up, just get the anger out of you. That's all he's saying, man. So to me, Katt Williams ain't lying by the damn thing. All right, you can tell by Katt Williams' body language and all that. So the next person that responded to Katt Williams is Cedric the Entertainer. Now, first of all, Katt Williams said a lot of things about each of these.
Listen to me. That response was dead. That response was dead. That was weak. You get what I'm saying? That's why you can say you get the anger out here. It's true. No denials or nothing. So obviously, I believe that nigga, man. Like, obviously, Katt knows what he's talking about. Katt, he's talking the real and spilling the beans on them, man. And Kevin, like, that response there was dead. Not gonna lie, dead up. Katt's telling the truth, man. Or we've been known that anyway.
Individuals that I'm mentioning right now, all right, but I'm just picking out certain points in the interview of what he said about him and the main things, all right? So I'm gonna get straight to the clip of what Katt Williams said about Cedric the Entertainer, and then we're gonna go from there.
I had Cedric on here, and I asked him about the joke stealing, and he said the timeline doesn't add up.
Correct.
To that point, you say...
Right, so he thought that I was just a no-name comedian and that he could take this joke and nobody would know.
Right.
The issue was that I had already done this particular joke on BET's Comic View twice.
Right.
It had done so well on BET's Comic View that they had made it part of the commercial. So part of the commercial of make sure you tune in to BET was you seeing me doing this joke.
Right.
And this joke is one of those jokes in comedy where you set it up and it takes a little longer to set it up, takes about 3 minutes. But then you're just hitting them with jokes after that because you don't have to set it up.
Right.
Mark Curry had already helped me work on this joke because I thought it was good because I was getting a standing ovation on it. He had me go back in the lab to help me craft it to be an even more powerful joke. So this is not just a random joke. This is my very best joke, and it's my last joke, and it's my closing joke.
Okay.
1998. I'm doing this joke, it's on Comic View. Cedric comes to the Comedy Store. He watches me in the audience. He comes backstage. He tells me what a great job I did and how much he loves the joke. 2 years later, he's doing that as his last joke on the Kings of Comedy. And he's doing it verbatim. He's just changed my car into a spaceship. Him and Steve had already apologized for me, so I gave him a pass for a decade. Why would you sit here and be like, I saw Katt
All right, y'all. So Katt Williams saying Cedric the Entertainer stole a joke. 2 years later, he went and did it on Kings of Comedy. He just stealing. So he stole jokes from Katt, and that's pretty much why they got a beef. And he's in alliance with Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley, and Katt just don't like none of them, all right? So Cedric the Entertainer seen this video of Katt explaining that, and then he commented under a post on Instagram. So Cedric said, revisionist history. Regardless of whatever Katt opinion, my career can't be reduced to one joke Katt Williams claims as his. I've been over 40 movies, my specials and brand speaks volumes for I Am. The people I have put on, including Katt in the Hat at the Gibson Amphitheater. So he's saying in this comment that he put on Katt in the Hat. And if y'all don't know Katt in the Hat, Katt Williams explained that in the interview. He said that was his first name before he went by Katt Williams. But if y'all watch the interview, he said Disney gave him a cease and desist letter for him to change his name. He couldn't use Katt in the Hat. And that's what Cedric talking about right there. So the next person we moving on to is Ricky Smiley, all right? Now, Katt, he goes off on Ricky Smiley because of the whole next Friday Santa Claus and a pimp, Money Mike thing. So we're going to get into Katt Williams' clip on that, and we'll be right back.
No studio has ever lost money with me on. Smiley say he was supposed to play Money Mike because I wrote the words for Money Mike. I designed the hair for Money Mike. I collaborated with the wardrobe department and made outfits to make sure that no one in America would be wearing what Money Mike was wearing. I told him to go get the Prowler. I then told him to paint it purple. I told him don't have an actor at playing a pimp. We could get an actual pimp, Archbishop Magic Don Juan, to play. Like, I did far too much work for somebody to come years later and try to tag along just for their own self-aggrandizement.
Comments that Katt Williams made, whatever. I can't speak on behalf of the other comedians, but the only thing I can speak for is myself. Katt made some comments on Shannon Sharp's show about when I was on Shannon Sharp was telling him the story of some of the behind the scenes from Friday After Next. Let's start with that. When I went out there, let's just go back. In 2000, I was the host of BET Comic View and in the season 2004. I also worked on this show called Live from LA. That was my first job with BET, and that's where I met Ice Cube, if I'm not mistaken. And Ice Cube was like, man, hey man, I like your work. I want to do some stuff with you. I want to put you in some movies. And Ice Cube started putting me in movies, which really helped my career. I was in All About the Benjamins, with of course, when they changed the ending of it, that part didn't make any sense. But then he put me in Friday After Next. And just for clarification, I went out to audition for Friday After Next as Money Mike, not the Santa Claus. And that is the honest God truth. I had no reason to go on there and to go on Shannon Sharp's show and lie about any of that. That's what I auditioned for, was Money Mike. And I guess the producers, Cube and everybody saw something different. And I think that Money Mike character, Special K, was going to come off as kind of like
just a guy who was hanging around in the strip mall, who was just kind of being annoying, and almost like a crackhead type of character. That was
right. So I guess when Katt Williams did, they added the whole pimp twist to that character, which was actually a better decision and made it funnier. Cause ain't no way in the hell I could have executed that role like that. And I'm glad that they made that decision and they put me in a Santa Claus role, which was actually perfect. So when I got back to LA, they said, hey, your role has changed. You're gonna be the Santa Claus. And here's the Santa Claus suit. Good, put it on, and here's your lines. Sat in the trailer, went over the lines, went over my stuff with Cube, and the rest is history.
So Ricky Smiley just giving us his point of view about the whole Money Mike thing. He did just say he got an audition. He went to the audition. They decided to switch roles. And, you know, it's no ill will that he has towards Katt Williams. He stated that. And even at the end of that radio show, he promoted the rest of Katt Williams' remaining tour dates. You know, he's stopping in Birmingham, Alabama, which is where Ricky Smiley at. And, you know, he was just still promoting them, showing them love and all that. All right, y'all. So we're going to move on to the next one. The next one is Tiffany Haddish. So we're going to go to a little clip of what Katt said about Tiffany, and then we're going to go from there.
Guy Torrey did a beautiful special about the Comedy Store and Fat Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made all lies. Steve and Cedric never performed at the Comedy Store at all. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory.
So Katt was just going off on everybody in this interview, man. I don't think there's one comedian that he did mention other than Dave Chappelle. And he did mention Dave Chappelle, but he mentioned him in a good way. He liked Dave Chappelle, so, you know, so there was no beef with Dave, all right? And I'm glad that's the case. So Tiffany Haddish got wind of her little part of the clip, man, and she went to Instagram and she said, I'm not mad. I just wish he would get his facts right about me. Dang, I guess I will send him a reminder text, but are we sure that is Katt Williams? He looks a lot like Charleston White. So she cracking jokes, man. And like I said at the beginning of this video, y'all, a lot of these responses that these celebrities give the indication to all the fans that Katt Williams ain't lying about shit. Alright, so we're gonna move on to the next one. And the next one is Michael Blackston. Man, everybody was clowning on this part of the interview. So we're gonna go straight to the clip of what Katt Williams said about Michael Blackston, and then we're gonna get to his response.
It's gonna get booed enough. I mean, this is how you end up with a Michael Blackston who's a real African doing a fake African accent. Okay, well, This guy is mad at me. All I did was give him the best advice of his life. Remember, he was wearing dirty dashikis, and I told him he needed to dress to be in the position that he's trying to say that he's in. And if you're the African king of comedy, sir, there's actually comedians in Africa doing comedy. If you gonna say that, you gotta go to Africa and get a school, dude. Everybody got you gotta put in some work. And these guys, they take my advice, they change their whole persona, and then they hate me for it. And generally, I'm just too big to comment or make a statement about it or do a live or any of that.
So Michael Blackston heard all of this, man, and shit, he went straight to Twitter, man. And he didn't have just one thing to say. Michael Blackston had a whole damn essay to write. All right, and he broke it up into different tweets. So we gonna go through these tweets, all right? So his first one say, never been booed ever, but I've watched Katt get booed in 2 cities, Cincy, and I forgot the other city. Fucked up shit is in Cincy where he's from. It's fucked up when your own people booze you. And he said, I'm so confused. I'm African with a fake African accent. My accent had me roasted every day in school and in the comedy clubs in America. And I wish I could get rid of it. Even my Philly accent is fake. I guess the only thing real about me is my. So bro is clowning at the same time. So we're gonna go to the next tweet. He said Katt Williams is definitely top 10 comedians of all time and top 5 alive, but we all have to agree he's not the Katt of 2005. I can't believe this lion dehydrated leprechaun said he told me to build a school, LMAO. I only built a free school so the kids can whip your ass for free, mother sucker. Bro, Michael Blackston is clown, bro. He said Katt Williams is a very smart midget nigga. He took shots at the top 10 comedians alive today so we can all respond and make him relevant again. So Michael Blackston is clearly mad. You know, he had multiple tweets, not just one response like everybody else so far. He had to say a lot. But at the same time, he's still cracking jokes, man. All right, y'all. So the last person we're going to go over is Ludacris. So Ludacris responds to Katt Williams saying he was involved in the Illuminati party. He accepted an Illuminati deal to make 20 movies, $10 million each for $200 million. And Ludacris accepted that deal and Katt Williams didn't. Let's get straight to the clip, y'all.
Are you related to Luda?
No, so there was a crossroads where we were both invited to an Illuminati thing, and it had to be one or the other of us, and decisions had to be made. So it was both of us, we were equal. One of us had to cut off all their hair and couldn't do the sideburn thing no more with the points. And the next person they said was going to get $200 million because they were going to pay him $10 million a movie to do 20 movies. And that's how the conversation happened. One of those persons turned out to be Ludacris, and the other person turned out to be Katt Williams. Now, one person ended up with a light-skinned, ugly-faced wife that's never done it. Remember I told you that if I say that, it applied to 7 people? Yeah. It's part of what they give you. Okay? I didn't get it. I'm not mad about it.
How much money they give? 200?
Sir. Fast and Furious is on what number right
10.
now?
10 million.
200 million. I might be getting me one of them old women look the same.
That's what they all end up saying at the end of the day. Kevin told you he wasn't gonna wear no dress until they offered him the dress, and then he put it on. And what did he say after he wore it? I made my own decision. Duh. But you didn't make it before they brought it up, did you? It's okay. All right.
So there you have it. And Ludacris' response, I can't play it on YouTube, man, because he responded to a freestyle over a Kanye beat. So we don't want to get copyrighted. But if y'all want to go watch that video, man, I'm going to go ahead and link it in the description below so y'all can go see that freestyle.
Hold on, listen. I've heard the freestyle. The freestyle's whack. The freestyle's dead. He's just talking about, yeah, I've never been in no Illuminati. I never joined no party. I've never been to no Illuminati party. Now I'm making all this money. I got my wife. I'm happily married. And basically, that's it, really. The response, yeah, the response was dead. It was weak, you know what I'm saying? So, man, they never missed nothing there. Like, the Luda response was whack, just like everyone else's response anyway. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, what I'm saying is, right about now, that's like all the responses. That's how much people Katt dissed up. Katt dissed up the whole place. He went mad. He went ham on everybody. You get me? Like, Katt just like, he just taught the thing on everybody. He let you be known. You feel me? So yeah. But what I'm saying is, You see, this whole purpose of this video is to show you, like, the whole purpose of this video is to show you what did Eddie Griffin say in response to Katt Williams' interview, and what did Deray Davis say in response to Katt Williams' interview. You get me? So this is what we're talking about now. Now, if you watch this, obviously, them man there, Deray Davis and Eddie Griffin, like, obviously, them my other two favorite comedians behind Katt Williams. You got like Eddie Griffin second, then you got Deray Davis third, and then you got Mike Epps fourth. You get what I'm saying? But boom, what did Katt Williams say about Deray Davis and Eddie Griffin? Well, he never says nothing about them. You get me? You know why he never says nothing about them? Because he rates them man there, so you get me? He rates them man there's comedians, you know, say them man they're not selling out. They like him in a certain way. They're not selling out for nothing. They're sticking to their principles, they're sticking to their morals, and they're doing it the right way, they're doing it the hard way, they're doing it whatever. Cause that's Eddie Griffin, that is Deray, you get me? And that's why he never says nothing about them man there. Cause them man there are proper comedians, them man are top comedians, and like them man there, like, they're selling out, they're not going through certain things, they're not going to certain parties, they're not going to certain meetups and them things there. So that's why he never says nothing about them. You have to big up them man there, you get me? Yeah, also, couple other comedians, but he never mentioned nothing about Lavelle Crawford. I seen like Lavelle Crawford do a response, you know, Lavelle Crawford is funny and it's funny comedian. Katt never says nothing about him because Lavelle is real. Lavelle is a good comedian, you get what I'm saying? So yeah, and who else? Corey Holcomb, he never mentioned nothing about Corey, because you know Corey's funny as hell. Corey's proper funny as hell, so you don't know, he never mentioned. So you see the real comedians, the proper funny ones, the real ones that ain't selling out and ain't going to none of these Illuminati parties and ain't selling their soul and that, like, Katt has nothing but good things to say about them, you get what I'm saying? Like, well, he doesn't mention them at all, you get what I'm saying? Because them men are real, he knows them men are on the same level what he's on, so you get me? Well, yeah, so the only thing that Eddie Griffin did say about Katt Williams was nothing. And the only thing that Deray Davis says about Katt Williams was nothing as well, you get what I'm saying? Mike Epps now, Mike Epps did have a little something to say, you get what I'm saying, in response to Katt Williams' interview and that, and him breaking the internet. So right now, yeah, I'm gonna give you the Mike Epps response to that, yeah? Check this out, yeah? Mike Epps, what did Mike Epps have to say? Let's go.
He just should have wore something different, that's all. That little hat, that big hat on. And that fake Fendi jacket. That's my nigga though, that's my nigga, that's my nigga.
But yeah, anyway, there you have it, and man, that man, you get what I'm saying? It's just a quick, my 2 pence take into the situation and why Katt Williams did not mention certain comedians. You understand what I'm saying? But the ones he did mention, he mentioned them for a reason, and I believe 100% he was talking the truth. He weren't no lies. He came out, he's had enough of the bullshit. Everyone's going on Shay Room, telling lies, talking shit about him. Like, he's gone to set the record straight. He had his 2 hours, and he's gone up there and made his 2 hours work. He says everything, he's got everything off his chest, what he needed to get off his chest. So yeah, man, big up Katt Williams and that man. Bad boy comedian, wicked man comedian, you understand what I'm saying? And right now, that's, without further ado, that's the end of my video on that, so you get me? So I'll catch you lot on the next one for the next edition. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and you know what? Drop a comment on my video, man. Give me a little like and that, man. I'm trying to get to 10,000K. I'm trying to get to 1K. So if you're watching this video, if you watched it for 1 minute, 2 minutes, if you watched it this far to this point right here, beg you, like and subscribe to me and that, man. You get what I'm saying? Help me break some barriers. Help me get past the YouTube algorithms and that. You get what I'm saying? Give me some love. Show me some love out here. But anyway, without further ado, you don't know it's your motherfucking boy, Big Savio, the first. Boo-doo-doo. Bow.
I'll tell y'all something about Katt Williams. They say Katt Williams is crazy. Guess what? He is. Rightfully, because if you rich like that, nigga, be crazy. Katt crazy. Katt a fucking pimp. I seen that nigga had 3 bitches washing his car in the rain.
Keep it dry, bitches. Keep it dry. If you love me, keep it dry.
Katt be talking to niggas sometimes, and you feel like you a bitch. You try not to, but you get caught up in that shit. That nigga was having a conversation with me one night saying, D-Ray, I want to do something with you, but what we gonna do is we gonna be two different things. You gonna be Mountain Dew, I'ma be Pepsi. You gonna do your thing, I'ma do mine. And we'll never clash, nobody know we's ever together. I was like, so I'm Mountain Dew? Yes, you is, bitch. You're Mountain Dew. You motherfucker. I ain't Mountain